Hey everybody, thanks for checking in. This is the first week of February 2021. Somewhat chilly first week, but it's LA, so everybody gets cold when it gets below 60 degrees. If you've been following the real estate market, you probably know that the market is still pretty active, pretty hot in LA. Interest rates are still at an all-time low. People are still a little shy about putting their properties on the market, so there's a very high demand for real estate, not enough supplies, and therefore we are encountering a lot of multiple offer situations. We recently represented some buyers, clients of ours, and there were 24 offers on a property. 22 of them were above the asking price, sometimes significantly above the asking price. So I thought today I would talk to you about how to make your offer stand out among the sea of offers and hopefully maybe even getting your offer accepted. So there are a few strategies which I will talk about right now. But of course, first of all, I just want to say that there are risks associated with some of these strategies. So before you do that, you really need to make sure you discuss that with either your realtor or your lender, or even maybe sometimes a real estate attorney, to make sure that you don't do anything foolish that would put your initial deposit at risk. So of course, the number one thing that will make your offer stand out for a seller will be the price. Of course, money is always going to be the most attractive point of an offer. The more money you offer, the more attractive it is. Aside from that, you can offer to also make some of the terms more attractive. For instance, there are contingencies in a purchase offer, which are basically conditions that would allow you to cancel a purchase without risking your deposit. One of them is the appraisal contingencies. And again, because properties are selling for really high prices right now, one of the ways to cancel is to say, well, if the property doesn't appraise at the sales price, I can cancel my purchase. A lot of people right now are removing that contingency right from the get-go and basically saying, hey, if the property appraises below the sales price, I'm still going to go ahead and I'm not going to care about that, and I'm still not going to cancel escrow because I won't have that contingency to cancel escrow. So a lot of people are doing that these days. There are risks associated with it. And I would only recommend to do that if you are cash rich and if you are able to increase your down payment, because that might be what the lender asks from you, is to say, hey, Mr. Buyer, you were going to put 20% down, but because the property appraises below what we think, what you are paying for the house, we need you to put more money against your down payment. So again, be careful before doing that. Discuss it with your lender, with your realtor. Another way to make your offer more attractive is to reduce your inspection contingency period. Instead of taking 2 weeks to inspect the property, maybe you only take 1 week, or maybe sometimes even less. Another way is to also pay for some of the costs that are normally paid by the seller. So for instance, the highest cost that a seller has to pay for a real estate transaction is the city and the county transfer tax. Those are pretty expensive, and it's usually paid by the seller, but there is nothing wrong with saying to the seller, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, instead of letting you pay for that, I'm going to pay for it. I'll carry that cost. You don't have to worry about it, and therefore increase your net bottom line. That will definitely be attractive to a seller. There are other costs that are normally paid by the seller, like the escrow fee or the title insurance, other things that are normally paid by the seller. You can also offer to pay for those costs, again, with the purpose of increasing the seller's bottom line and making your offer more attractive. Another way also is to offer what we call a lease back, where the seller would actually be able to stay in the property after the close of escrow. So they're no longer the owners of the property. You are now the owner of the property, and you're offering a free lease back and basically saying, hey, Mr. Seller, after we close escrow, if you need another 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes even a month or more to stay in the property, to give you enough time to move, or for whatever reason, and you want to stay there for free, it's okay with me. You can stay there at no cost. So that's another way of making your offer more attractive. There are other strategies that are really helpful in order to get your offer accepted by the seller. If you have any questions about your particular situation, feel free to give me a call, send me a text. I'll be happy to answer them. Again, this is a very competitive market, and you've got to make sure that you work with a very qualified agent who has experience and who will get your offer accepted. That's it for today. Please still remain very careful out there. Stay safe and stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for checking in. Bye-bye.